I'm in Mexico again. I'm sort of in and out of the place a lot,
Yeah.
you know, but I'm traveling between the Northern Hemisphere, Europe, and back here in South America. And that's one of the reasons why I like Mexico. It's central. You got North America, South America, you got Central America, where I am.
Yeah.
And then I've got Europe just across the Atlantic and Asia and whatever. So
That's that's it. Are you coming back down here anytime soon?
I'm going to be back around Christmas time. One, because it's good to be back in summer, so
Yes.
to have Christmas in summertime. But I've got more recording to do, and
Ah,
um, and that's really fantastic with the boys from Rabbit. But it's going to be Dave Evans songs,
yeah.
actually. There's I'm like a split personality. There's Rabbit,
And then there's Dave.
and then there's Dave. You know,
Yeah.
and so it was so fantastic to do a Rabbit album
Yeah.
after all this time. But I've kept in touch with the boys anyway because they've been instrumental in a couple of my albums,
Yeah.
the Sinner album and Judgment Day album. I wrote the songs with Mark Tinson
Yeah.
and the boys David Hines, and they sort of were on different songs. So I've kept in touch with them as far as songwriting and recording is concerned. But this is Rabbit, and it sounds like Rabbit.
That's it. That's it. And not to mention, it's been
Yeah,
50 years of Rabbit. How crazy is that? When you look
yeah.
back to the early
This
days,
year,
yeah.
50.
Did you ever imagine you'd still be tearing it up half a century later?
Well, we didn't really look that far ahead.
Yeah.
When we're young, you just like you don't go, what do you think you're going to be doing? You're not thinking that far ahead.
Yeah.
You're just rocking and hoping that it's going to last. You're just hoping it's going to last because you see so many artists over the millennium. They only last for so long.
That's right.
Even your favorite, the Beatles, they didn't last that long when you think about it. And there's only a few bands like AC/DC, of course. It's like 52 years,
Yeah.
and many that have lasted that long. So you're always hoping that you're going to, last another year,
Yeah. Yeah.
another year, and another year, and that sort of thing. But I'm sort of lucky in a sense. But I decided to go solo years ago, and that gave me freedom to go anywhere I wanted in the world and record with anybody I wanted in the world. And if somebody gave me the shits, I said, "See you later,
Yeah.
adios, bye
That's
bye,"
it.
and no
That's it.
problema, no problems, no problems. So that gave me absolute autonomy, freedom, and of course, when I do travel around the world, I use different musicians in different countries. So I don't take a band with me.
Yeah.
That's expensive.
Yes.
All those airfares and stuff like that. Forget it. It's just Dave. And the boys, they're my fans anyway. They're waiting for me in all the countries around the planet. They're my fans. They love my music. So they're all enthusiastic as soon as I arrive. Yeah, let's rock. Yeah.
Yes, that's
So it's
it.
really cool. And I get to write songs with other people. I write my own music by myself. I still write songs with Mark Tinson from Australia
Mhm.
and record with different musicians and different producers from around the planet as well. So it's really interesting and busy.
Yeah, I feel like you've done this whole musician thing the really smart way by having different musicians all over the world, like you were saying, join you rather than
Yeah,
getting plugging everyone. Yeah. That's awesome.
absolutely. And I figured that out years and years ago.
Yeah.
Um, like with AC/DC, all the hassles I had there and different band members and all the bullshit that was going on and managers, all that stuff. It was like you're stuck with these people all the time.
Yeah.
And uh, and then with Rabbit, I love the boys from Rabbit, but you're stuck with each other all the time. You get on each other's nerves a little bit at times. We do. It's just,
It
if you
happens.
get married, I guess that's
Yep.
why people have 3 or 4 marriages. They can't stand
True.
each other after a while. They might even love each other, but they can't handle it any longer.
Yep.
So the way I live, I thought, no, I'm going to just be solo. It gives me complete autonomy. I can do whatever kind of music I wish, write my own stuff,
Yeah.
and be with so many different musicians and keep me absolutely rocking, because I'm meeting new guys and it's like, right, guys, PEDC, power, energy, dynamics, conviction, let's go. And they go, yeah,
Wicked.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's always enthusiastic all the time. And they're so excited when I arrive in different countries. They're so excited
Yeah.
because that makes me excited, all the time. So it's really been fantastic. But yeah.
That's awesome. And what made you get back with Mark and say, let's do another Rabbit album?
Well, it was his idea.
Yeah.
And because we're working all the time together, doing stuff, and always in touch with each other, like always have been. And he just said, "Look, it's about time we did a Rabbit album, Dave." You know, like, and I thought, yeah, I thought, yeah, I never thought about it really, and it was time really to do another Rabbit album, because Rabbit's a great band. It's a party band, baby. It's party time, you know, and it's always been like that. When Rabbit hit the stage, the whole place just goes nuts and happy, and that's rock, this thing, you know, and that's been Rabbit's whole image the whole time. And I said, yeah, the world needs Rabbit at the moment, instead of all this grunge stuff, all, you know, death metal and all this bloody crap stuff, you know, like cut your wrists music. No, the world needs Rabbit. All right, let's rock. And because I do that anyway, you know. But yeah, so I thought it's great, and the boys are up for it, and it's just happy. It's a happy album, and it's rock and roll, baby, sexy and tough.
That's
sexy
right.
and tough. Yeah, that's rock and roll.
I love that. And you've been a part of
It's true.
It is. You've definitely been a part of Aussie rock history since day one, from original AC/DC days back to Rabbit and beyond. What's the biggest difference between the rock scene then and now?
Well, there was a lot more bands back in those days, and we didn't have the internet, and everybody went out. Everybody went out, vamos, out of their house. No one stuck around at home. I mean, what's there? TV. So we all were out everywhere, and there were so many bands, millions of bands, different types of bands, all trying to get a record deal, because there wasn't many record labels, hardly any in those days. So if you signed, you were like touched by God.
Yeah.
Yep. Overnight, you were a god overnight. And you're almost guaranteed to get radio airplay too in those days, because, as I said, there wasn't many record labels, and there was a quota that the radio stations had to meet legally. They had to have like 25% of wherever it was Australian content.
Yeah.
That was legal. Yep, they had to do it. And so you knew you get a record out there with a record label, you're just about guaranteed you're going to get airplay. So that was the goal, the impossible dream to sign with a label when you're starting off from nowhere, you know.
Yeah.
And and it was competitive, really competitive, and you had to be different. Every band had to have its own gimmick.
That's it.
Stand out from the other lot. The music as well, and it was diverse. So you could go out to Checkers nightclub or something in Sydney and see four bands, different types of bands.
Yeah.
And exciting, some boring, of course, whatever, but it doesn't matter. They were trying their best at this, and they had different clothes on, and the music would be different instruments. It was interesting all the time, and everybody was vying to try and get this record deal that was like the impossible.
Yeah.
And you know, lucky for some of us, we managed to do that. And the thing was also, if you didn't make it by the time you were 25, it was over.
Yeah.
It was over for you. You're gone, baby. You're too old. And if you look at all the bands, the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, they're all 21, 22, 20. They were young guys. All the bands were.
Yeah.
You know, 25 was old over the hill. And that's what made you work so hard. When you're 20, 21, I've got about 4 or 5 years to make it. You can be in bands for as long as you like, but to make it, you had to do it by 25. That was it. And so it was manic. That's all you thought about. You're out every night watching the other bands, writing songs, talking, trying to get the combination together, the magic combination, you know, like the Beatles, the right guys. It was exciting. That's what it was. And but now, well, just all the guys I live at home with their mum and dad. A lot of them, you know, it's not exciting. And the record labels these days, they've got control again, and all the bands sound the same. You know, they want a sameness. So right now, the record labels, there's millions of them out there, whatever. They're dictating to the bands what they want, and so you're conforming to what the bands want. the record labels won, like it was in the 50s a lot of the time.
Yeah.
The guys all sort of looked the same and did the same thing, and they had songwriters for them. They didn't write their own songs. Elvis didn't write songs, or some of them did, but not a lot. So, you know, if I was a young guy starting off today, I don't know how you'd look at it. You know, it's like there's a lot of labels out there, but a lot of them, they're no good. They don't do anything for you. They're just nominal. They have a website. You're on there. They don't promote it. They got no money. They got no money.
100%.
You got to have money to promote, and that's what I'm saying. So CBS Records, I signed with Rabbit. You know, they're one of the biggest labels in the world. They were CBS Records. They had money to spend. You know.
Yep.
And so it's a lot. It's different these days. But lucky for me, I don't worry about it. I'm doing what I'm doing, and you know, I did it. I already did that years and years and years ago. But you're still today, even now, you're only as good as your last show. You're only as good as your last show, and only as good as your last record. Only as good as your last record. So we got the new album out now, Defenders of Rock. It's got to be great. It can't be just, oh, Rabbit's put out an album, ball dust. It's got to be great. Yeah. And we're mindful of that too. So every song a killer, no song a filler, right? And that's Dave Evans' motto. All my albums, every song a killer, no song a filler.
I love that. Words to live by. And look, the songs are quite short and they're punchy. Was that a conscious effort?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. That's the way I do it with my live shows too. Because bang, there's the song, next one, bang, then the next one, bang. And every song a different story. Every song a different story, different feel. So you're exciting the crowd all the time. The next song, okay, let's go. They say, oh, yeah, mate, it's over. Okay, what's the next one? What's the next one? Smile and you rock them again with this particular story, and you get that emotion going, with a different riff. And Mark Tinson from Rabbit, he's a riff master. He's the king of all riffs. They call me the king of all badasses. Yeah. Yes. That's what Texans call me. I lived in Texas for 10 years. And that's what they call Dave. They went, you're the king of all badasses, Dave. And Mark Tinson, he's the king of all riffs. He's just got a million of riffs. He's just an amazing guy. He's got fantastic riffs. And so it's important you have great riffs, great hook lines in your song that they sing. As soon as they hear it the first time, when you come around to the chorus the second time, they're singing it.
Everyone knows
they're not waiting for it. They're singing that song.
Know it.
And that was the secret of Aussie rock all those years ago. The secret of Aussie rock was that chorus. And we got that from bands like Slade. When Slade came out to Australia, they blew us away. Slade were just the most incredible band we've ever seen. They were they took the live pub scene from England to the big stage. And we learned, wow, it was fantastic. We learned from that. And that's where a lot of the Aussie rock came from, that English pub rock that we loved when we saw them come out here. And so it's the same now. The songs are short, to the point, get them excited, and then you stop, they clap, let them clap. And they clap, they go crazy. And then you're smiling, and then they're waiting for the next song. They're waiting for the next one. And you give it to them, power, cop that. And that's what's great about the short songs like that. A long song with another lead break. It's like, I know you can play guitar. I know that.
Yeah.
You sort of showed us that in the first song.
Yes.
The first song. And so, no. And that's the secret of Aussie rock from years ago. It was like that, keeping them excited. And I still do it.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you've got so much energy, Dave. How have you kept that alive all these years?
I don't know, baby. I've got no idea. It's just it's always like that. It's always been like that.
Yeah.
And everybody says the same thing as you, Angela. They all say the same thing around the world. Where the hell do you get your energy from? I said, I don't know. But I don't. How do I know?
It's awesome. It's a gift. Look, you've seen trends come and go, grunge, new metal, indie, electronic, but rock really never dies. What do you think keeps rock alive?
People like me.
Yeah.
People like me, I mean, there's not many of us left.
No.
And but the ones that are like me from the old school, the real rockers, We grew up with it. Look, when I was at school, kid at school, rock and roll was real. The rockers in the town were real guys. And they'd walk around town looking so cool, their hair slicked back, their purple shirts and stuff. And it was like, wow, and you didn't mess with these guys because they could knuckle, yeah. And so what I always say is rock and roll guys, they're sexy and tough. And they were. They were sexy on purpose, sexy. And they had to be tough because the guys in the town would come up. You go, yeah, what do you want to, and what's it to you, man? Bang, cop that. So I used to say the boys, they wanted to be like the rockers. And the girls wanted to be with the rockers.
With them. That's it.
Yeah, baby. The boys wanted to be like them. They couldn't. They were too scared to be like them.
Yeah.
And the girls wanted to be with them. Yeah. And that's sexy and tough. And that's real rock and roll.
100%.
Yeah. And that's still alive today. And I used to roll my sleeves up. I still roll my sleeves up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that's rock and roll. I did that at school. And you show your muscles. That's rock and roll, baby. Yeah. So what I'm saying is I'm real. I'm a real guy. I'm a real rock and roller.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'm not pretending. I'm in a hotel room here in Mexico, and I've got my sleeves rolled up. There's no one to see me except me.
Yeah,
and that's enough. And that's enough.
That's it. That's it. I don't think anyone could question that about you, Dave. And look, you've also got former Rose Tattoo drummer Scott Johnson on Let's Get Loud. How did that collab come about, and what did he bring to the mix?
Look, I don't know. I didn't even know he was on it until not long ago. Because they put the music down. No, I didn't know. Because they put the music down to a lot of this stuff. And I flew from wherever I was in the world to Australia last Christmas, just for a few weeks. I was here, and while I was here, I went up to Newcastle to Mark Tinson's studio, and he had the music all down for all the songs, already down. Most of it was already down. So I just had to sing the songs, which I knocked them over like that. Bang, 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 bang. They're all done. I don't take any time to do it because I've been doing it all my life. I know what to do. And I didn't know who was on the drums because Phil Screen's our drummer. Phil's not well. He's not, he's got eyesight problems. He's got blind or something like that. And so he's the only non-original in the band, and only because he's very, very ill. We still said, come and play.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You can do it by braille or something. I don't know. And or just hit a tambourine or some damn thing. Yeah. But he didn't. He said, no, I won't be on the album. So apparently there's like 3 different drummers on the album.
Yeah.
And Scott's one of the drummers. He's an ex Rose Tattoo drummer. So that's nice, to have that. So that's something I didn't even know about Angela until only a few days ago, a week ago or something.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So yeah. So it's cool. I'm so busy and the music sounded good to me.
So, it's like, cool.
It sounded good.
Yeah.
Could have been Phil playing, so.
Was there anything on the album then, having said that you excluded, that you listened to and you're like, nah?
No, everything was great.
Yeah.
Everything was fantastic. Look, it's like falling off a log, this stuff with us. We've been doing it for so long. And I've been writing songs with Mark Tinson for years. And we have a complete understanding. There's no arguments about anything. We know exactly what we want, the lyrics and stuff, and the feel. It's just old school. And it's like I had, I don't know, so many songs to do. And it was just like doing a gig. I didn't have to go over this line and over that line. I just got up and sang the damn song. I knew what it was about, but I know that. Let's go, baby. And we did. We just rocked it. He rocked it. And it was like doing a gig.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
like
so
that.
good.
Yeah. If you don't know how to do it, don't do it at all. So it was just really fantastic. It was great fun. Yeah. And that was the whole point. It was fun. And so it didn't take long at all. And and it was fun, yeah.
That's wicked. That's so good. And in your quote, you said this record makes a statement about the state of rock today. What's that statement, loud and clear,
well,
perspective?
Well, as I was saying before, a lot of the music, it's, they rock hard and all that sort of stuff, but it's pretty morose. I see audiences all around the planet, everywhere, all the different, and they don't get, a lot of times they don't get big crowds at some of these gigs. They don't, and the music's sort of pretty down, really. It's dark and the crowds are just sort of, like they're not happy. The bands themselves, the guys in the bands themselves are not like us.
Yeah.
We're enthusiastic. We're
They
saying we're going to do
energy.
it. Yeah, we're going to do it. Yeah, that's right. That was the way we were back in that generation. If we've got a problem, it's like no problem. We're just going to fix the damn thing and get on with it. And so the kids today, the younger ones, I see them. They're just, but with my music, my personal music, Dave Evans music, badass rock and Rabbit, no, they're not like that. My audience are not like that. I walk out and go, "That's rock, baby," and smile. And what they do, they're smiling back, aren't they? Come on,
100%.
smile. Yeah. And we just rock. And we're sexy and tough. I say, we're sexy and tough. Don't forget it. And the crowd love that, of course. They go, "We're sexy and tough." I said, "That's right." And they love it, baby. And they all show me their muscles. So come on, boys.
Oh my gosh.
The crowd will go like that, yeah. And then
Look at your muscles.
and the girls, and all the girls go like that too. Yeah, they do. They all go, yeah. And that's all positive, great stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
And get the crowd involved, like we used to do.
That's it.
We used to do.
That's it. You bring the energy.
That's what we did, yeah.
Yeah.
And I still do it. And they love it.
You've played in so many places around the world. What's your favorite crowd?
It doesn't matter, my favorite crowd. And the thing is, people say, "What's your favorite crowd?" Were they a good crowd? I say, yeah, they were a good crowd because I made them into a good crowd.
Exactly.
That's the answer. I made them into a good crowd. Were they a good crowd? Yeah, they're all waiting to rock. I walked on, they went, yeah. Well, they're a good crowd. Yeah. Okay, they're like that too. When they see me, yes, they do scream and yell. But that's the same everywhere. But it's up to you to make them into a fantastic crowd. That's my job. And say, "Come on, you sexy and tough rockers." And they go, "Yeah, we are, baby." And they see, "Look at you smiling. You're smiling." And so are they.
Yeah.
And when they leave my show, they've been rocked hard and they're just happy. And that one word you asked about the difference between bands these days, I go out there to make them happy.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's one word that they don't ask anymore. They just go out and rock and whatever. I go out to make them happy. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. People don't even ask that question. I say to people, "You happy? You happy now?" I ask people that question. They say, yeah. No one asks anybody if they're happy ever.
No.
How you doing?
Right. You're right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, how you doing? Oh, I'm okay. Yeah. Oh, you fine? Fine. Happy. No one says, "Hey, are you happy?"
You're right.
They don't ask that word, but I do.
That's
and
so
they appreciate
true.
it. They go, "Oh, yeah, now that you asked me, I'm not too bad." Yeah, happy. That's the word. And so it's a magic word. And so I ask people, "Are you happy?" And if they go, "Well, not really," I say, "Why? What's wrong?" Yeah. And they'll tell you. They go, "Oh, well, so-and-so," they've got somebody to talk to. Yeah. Someone to cry on the shoulder. They go, "Well, this happened." They say, "Oh, it'll be okay." Blah, blah, blah. I say, "Oh, I can fix that." If you can fix it, you will. You say, "I can fix that here." Blah, blah. There. Are you happy now?
Yeah. Come to a show.
Now. Go, "Yeah, I'm happy now." Go, "Right. Well, let's rock." Yeah.
Oh,
So it's a great word to use with people. Ask them that question. Are you happy?
Yeah. I'm going to start using that now. I love that. And finally,
yeah, are you happy? And you can make people happy and they'll love you forever. Listen, I'm just going to say, if you make people happy, yeah, they love you. If you 100%. Make them happy,
100%.
Love
that so much. And finally, Dave, when you look back at the young bloke fronting AC/DC in 73, what would you tell him now, 50 years on, still belting it out, the same fire?
Keep rocking, Dave. Just keep rocking. That's what I'd say. Because I am. I'm still damn rocking with a lot of them are long gone. So
That's
just
right.
keep rocking.
100%.
And in fact, I got some advice when I was with Rabbit from one of the top agents, a guy called Jimmy Towers. He was one of the top agents in Sydney. Mm-hmm. And after a show, one of his favorites, he loved us. he said to me after the show, he said, Dave, I'll give you some advice. I said, what? He said, to be successful, he said, just keep being busy. Yeah. Busy, busy. Activity, activity, activity. People have got to see you doing stuff all the time. No matter if it's big or small, it doesn't matter. Just do something, and then people will know that you're popular. Yeah. And when you're popular, they all want you. That's the advice that Jimmy gave me, and I'll give you and all your listeners or viewers to keep busy. Activity, activity, activity.
Never stop. Never stop. Love that. Dave, we love Defenders of Rock. Congrats on 50 years with Rabbit. We hope to see you
Thank
soon.
you. I hope to be back too. Yes. So thanks, Angela. Really appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
All right. Sexy and tough. Don't forget it.